Hey everybody, it's John, Old Man Outdoors. Today we're going to take a look at a complete power management system for a small boat that does not have its electronics already built into it. I've got three things that I'm going to give a high-level overview on. If you'd like more information, leave comments down below and I'll be happy to describe each one of these in more detail. This is a complete unit all the way from powering your trolling motor all the way to your depth finder. It has the power management system in this box. This box has a pulse width modulator control to vary the speed for your trolling motor, which gives it infinite speed control. And this battery box is a self-contained battery box for your depth finder, a USB, lights, and so forth. Let's go by one and take a look at each one of these components. Let me interrupt right here and let you know that coming up, you'll see enough information on how to build each one of these items. But if you'd like more detail and a greater in-depth dive, just leave a comment down below. I'll be happy to go into more detail in following videos. Now, let's get back to the power management system. The first component to take a look at is the power box itself. Inside this power box is a 50 amp LiPro 4 battery. Now this battery will run me with my little 10-foot Bass Raider boat. It will run me 2 fishing trips that average between 3 to 3.5 hours apiece. So there's plenty of reserve power in this. Now what I have done here is added a meter at the top. This meter is specific for LiPro 4 batteries. It measures three things. It measures your voltage of your battery, it measures the percent of the battery that you have left, and also it measures the current that your motor is drawing at the same time. On the outside here, I have put two battery posts, positive and negative, if I want to hook something up manually. This is also the way that I charge the battery. On the end, I've got two connecting cables, one of which is a 50 amp SAE connector. By the way, everything is fused with a 50 amp circuit breaker inside the lid. And over here on the side is a regular trolling motor plug if I want to run a trolling motor direct to there. Now I'll talk about what each one of these do in just a moment. Now everything that I'm showing you here is available on Amazon. Links are down below, including the battery box, meters, and everything. So that's component number one. Now let's take a look at component number two. The second component that I have on my boat is the pulse width modulator. Now what this does, this slices the DC current up into little small slices. My trolling motor that I have and many other inexpensive trolling motors have just set speeds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or ABC or whatever yours may have. By running the pulse width modulator, what I have done is taken the power and slice the power up into individual little pulses that go into the motor. It's controlled by this potentiometer right here. The further you turn it, the faster the motor turns. Here is a forward, reverse, and off switch. Now I connect this. This is connected to the main power box through a SAE cable that goes into here. The trolling motor now plugs into the top plug right here. And again, this gives me infinite control. Everything here, it does run a little bit warm, especially if you run it on high speed. So I've got some ventilation in the box on the bottom right here and also on the side to give it some ventilation. And this works flawlessly, by the way, absolutely flawlessly. I run the motor that I have. There's a couple things you can do. You can take the internal components of your trolling motor out and just run your positive and negative wires, or you can do as I do, and that is leave the trolling motor on the highest speed. And that way you're essentially bypassing all of your electronics, and now it's all driven by the pulse width modulator here. Again, works flawlessly. Links are down below for everything. The third and final component that we'll take a look at is the 12-volt supply that powers the USB for my camera or my GoPro. It also provides some lighting, and it also provides power to the fish finder. The SAE connector right here goes directly to my fish finder, or if I can also run my fish finder off this, or for a brief amount of time, I can run my trolling motor here also. So I've got some redundancy built in with some of my connectors. Inside this box is a 12-volt, 7-amp-hour sealed lead acid battery. I'm going to upgrade to a LiPro 4 battery for weight and also some longevity. But right now this works perfectly. In addition to the SAE connector, what I have here is a voltage readout with a momentarily on switch that I can just press, and it will give me my voltage readout of what's left in my battery. Over here, I have two USB ports. The USB ports I use to charge my cell phone if I need to, or this is where I also run my GoPros when I'm out of the boat. Since I do fish early in the morning and sometimes at night, I've got a small little dim light right here that I can turn on or off. And this right here is just a self-contained battery box itself. So that is a very quick review of the 3 components that I take everywhere I go with my little boat. I've got a little plastic 10-foot bass raider, but this will also work for john boats, fishing boats, anything that doesn't have your own built-in wiring system. Everything is self-contained in here. Even the connecting wires I keep inside each one of these boxes. So the only thing I have to add separately is I just attach my depth finder unit on the stand in the boat. I don't travel with it down the road, but I keep it in the boat in a little sack that's in there. If you'd like more information on this, please leave a comment down below, and I'll be happy to explain each one of these in detail. The wiring is not difficult, and it's not expensive to do. What I have invested in all of this right here, it was more than what you could buy a decent power box that's already pre-made. In this case right here, I'm confident that I've got just as good and perhaps better components, and if something goes wrong, I know how to fix it or the components that need to be replaced. All the links are down below for Amazon links if you'd like more information on the products. And again, if you'd like to see how each one of these are wired, leave a comment down below. Until we meet again, this is John, Old Man Outdoors, encouraging you to get in your boat, take on some projects, and most importantly, get out and enjoy God's great outdoors.